Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm Savera aka Sabythesimmer. I hope you're doing well today. Funny story. So after I built this yesterday, I realized that I was so focused on building it, putting it up on my USB, editing it and uploading it, I totally forgot to save the game. So I literally just closed the whole Sims app, basically. This whole Sims game, I just closed it without thinking. So I had to rebuild this. So I had to whilst I was editing, I was rewatching it to rebuild it. So things have changed anyway because I've changed things, but things might be slightly different just because it's not the exact same house. I had to redo the house. I was left a comment and I was told that I don't need a llama to do the cross stitching, but it helps keep the cost down because you kind of just use the materials that you have, which makes total sense. That's pretty much how it works in the Sims. So thanks for that comment. Thanks for helping me out. So I don't think we'll get a llama. I think it'll be okay. Hopefully it's not too pricey, but as you can see, let me come out of free cam mode because everything's moving quite slow. I've just placed down randomly things because I have a mind of where I want things to be and things like that. So I want the front to be the garden area and then the back to be where the animals will be, so the chickens and the cow. And I've put out the washing line, but I'm probably going to put that over here or probably towards the back. Things have slightly changed, like I said. So I've changed the windows in the back, not the actual windows I've used, but I've changed the position of them. I've moved the door around, so when I show you inside, I will show you some of the changes I made as to why the doors are like this. So it might not make sense having two exits and the doors aren't that far away from each other, but I just imagine if you're already in the kitchen, you can just leave that way. But if you're coming from the dining area or the living room, you can use this door, that kind of thing. So I hope this is a good view. But I went for a really traditional look at first, and then I went on Instagram and literally just typed in cottage interior. I think that's what I googled. Put on the Instagram search, and there was a lot of the panel kind of wallpapers. So a lot of this, or it was not really like this, it was just straight lines. There was no kind of line in between it, but I went with this. I think we have one, but it's base game and it looks a bit too basic. I wanted this to look a bit more clean, so I went with that. And then I followed through some of the brick because this was originally going to be the brick that I was going to use for this kitchen dining room area, the outside, but I decided to go and use it inside, but for some of the bump outs, and I decided to use it for the chimney. So the chimney I've changed as well, and let's change the color of the roof. We're gonna have to change that. Great. But yeah, I went with the base game kind of splashback with the tile for the kitchen. I decided to then raise it on a platform, half of it, and have this be the kitchen area and then have a dining table here. Even though we're going to have a dining room here, I kind of felt like I still want to have two dining areas. I think it would look cute to have a dining table in front of the fire. So it might be a small 4 kind of seater in here, and then we'll have maybe a little accent table here. But we're not going to focus too much on interiors just yet because we're not going to get into it. But let me show you the floor plan, how it has changed. So the living room hasn't changed much at all, to be honest. I've just changed the wallpapers and things like that. But the kind of leading in up to the, what would you call it? The kind of entryway for the stairs, basically, is what I would say has changed slightly. I did put a small toilet here, but then I decided because I moved the stairs, I could fit in the toilet right here behind the fireplace here, which makes sense because it's just kind of tucked away and it's near a kitchen. I've noticed that floor plans tend to have a bathroom quite close to the kitchen, which I guess maybe for plumbing that works. That makes sense. So I just thought it made sense for it to be a bit tucked under there as opposed to on the corner here. So I feel like it works better here, and it's just a bit more of a clean flowing flow through the house. And then this area is just a big open space. So we could still fit potentially a little table and shit, a desk situation, or a little creative nook, but I was actually planning on using this space because it's actually a really nice big space, so we can get a little chair and the cross stitching. We could potentially have some other creative bits that you can use. I don't know if I'll give it a digital sketch pad, I don't know, maybe, but just some things that she could do to keep herself busy. If we had nifty knitting, she could do that knitting as well. I think that would be really cute, but we don't, and I'm not going to get it just yet because I have other packs that I want. I was talking about it on stream yesterday about the packs that I'm going to get because there is a current sale going on. So I have a list of the ones I'm going to get. I'm going to get an expansion pack, a game pack, and also a stuff pack. And I'm going to leave it at that. I might get the new kit that's coming. I might. I'm gonna see what everyone does with it and then see if I can get some inspiration for that to like how I'm gonna use it. I don't want to get it and I don't ever use it, so we'll see. But that's the floor plan. Not a lot changed. Like I said, the wallpapers, I went with this paneling because I feel like it kept it kind of fresh. I went with this dark wood flooring, which I really love. It matches really well with the archways and like the doors and everything and the windows. I just love it. It is a bit dim in here, but we're going to change the lights. I don't know what we're going to change it to, but I maybe want it to be a bit more white as opposed to like yellowy in terms of the light. Follow through with some of the brick here. And I tried to do that all upstairs as well, like where I've had brick moments, I'm trying to follow through with it. Let's go upstairs. You can see the floor plan has changed a bit as well. So I'm imagining this will be the nursery, and then this will be the room that they share when they are children and teens. It's going to be a tight squeeze. So depending on if we have 2 girls and a boy, or 2 boys and a girl, the 2 of the same will share a room and then the other one will get their own room. So potentially this will be the shared room and then this would be the separate room, the single room, because it's slightly smaller and this would be more effective for like 2 Sims to be in it. So that's how I'm planning on working the space. And I did work the space eventually. We still kept the toilet in the what do you call this? Chimney. And I just followed through a bit of that brick. I did originally have the brick follow through in the bedrooms, but I didn't for this. I've just done it for that side, and like I meant to do it on the bath. Oh, I did do a little bit in the bathroom, but yeah, we can change that once we get into interiors. Master bedroom. The plan is to put the bed here, like up against the wall, so she only sleeps on this side, or she can like scoot over to this side. But that's the plan, and then she's got her own little ensuite. I say little; it's a really nice size for her own kind of bathroom. We could have like a bath here, double sinks there, and the toilet here possibly, so that could work well. This one's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, but we're going to make it work. And because there's no window, that works, because then I can just put the shower tub combo here, toilet sink, so it's going to be a bit lined up against the wall. It's not going to look that fancy or anything, but I am going to go with a slight mix of traditional and modern for this build. I think we're going to go on and do landscaping, figure out how we're going to position the farm area, the garden area. I want it to all be separate, so like gated off, this gated off as well. And then this is literally going to be like the family area of the garden. So like maybe we'll have the monkey bars out here. We're going to see what we can do with the space that we have. But this is the side of the building, the right side of the building is just going to be the garden and the farm animals. And then this area is going to be like the family garden. So we'll have like a little picnic table out here and maybe some like toys for the children to come out and play with and things like that. I did make some family members. So I made her brother, her mother, and her brother's wife and their 2 children. And I just felt like that would help her kind of like, maybe whilst we're doing the gameplay, we'll invite them round for like a dinner, that kind of thing. So they would stay for the weekend or they would come down for the weekend, that kind of vibe. So when we get into the gameplay, I really want to do that and like have her introduce the babies to them as well. So yeah, I did make them family. I also made a potential love interest. I kind of like the idea of Mary having the babies and later like working her way around the town and things like that, just getting to know the people in the town and things, and then bumping into, what did I name him? I think it's Brian, because his last name was Bunch, and I remember it being like BB. But yeah, so hopefully she bumps into Brian. I think he's so sweet. He just seems like such a lovely like person, even though it's just a sim. Like he just gives me the vibes of like, oh, he'd be so like warm and like nice. It was, yeah, I just thought it'd be cute, and I thought it'd be cute if they met each other and hopefully hit it off, hopefully. But let's get into build mode and do some landscaping, figure out the garden situation and the farm and the garden generally, just like the back garden, the family garden. And so yeah, let's get into it. Let's do it. So I've pulled out some gates, this fence, and the gate for it, because I think this will be great for the farm area, and this one I think will be good for the garden, and then also like for the crop growing area, I think. Potentially gonna put this at the back. Let me grab this gate, because I think we're gonna have it so that there's like literally a separate entrance. So if I pull that all the way, oh okay, I thought it would meet there. Okay, we're gonna put it there, but I'm gonna move it because I wanted it to meet this part here. Yeah, exactly like that. And if I put the chickens, okay, no, I mean the chickens, the cow, maybe I'll face it that way. Maybe I'll have it this facing this way. And possibly the chickens here. Do we like the orientation of that? If not, we can always shuffle it around. I want the chickens to have like enough room to roam about, so maybe I'll put there. Because I think they come out either side, right? I've not actually properly played with chickens. I've like put down the chicken coop for like maybe Sims that I had in other worlds or like other Sims, but I've not been like actively playing the household, so I don't know what actually happens. I kind of do because I'll get them to like feed the chickens or what have you, but yeah, so maybe we'll put it up to here. I think the gate situation is going to make things a bit pricey, but I think it makes sense. Oh, I'm saying that. So wait, so it didn't copy the gate? Oh, it did. The gate is here. It's like, where did the gate go? So we'll put the gate there, possibly there. And we're going to copy it. We're going to need 2 of these gates. Actually, we're not going to need 2 of these gates, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up. I'm just going to have it open. So we'll have it open like this. It's actually 3 spaces wide. And then like have the garden patch area. Possibly with this fence. So let's just copy that. I didn't want the gate to go with it, but I didn't think that through, did I? Let's get rid of you. I could potentially... Oh. Why is it copying it both? They're separate fences, like... Okay, let me just eyedrop it. Because it's not doing what I need it to do. And potentially just have... in here. Like that. And that is just how we grow our produce. And I liked this gate. So we could put the gate. Doesn't matter which way it's facing necessarily. I think I would actually, the gate could probably work better there. Let's fix this situation. I'm thinking because we can have the terrain paints kind of like leading a path towards there, which is like the garden patch area, and then it's just open for the chickens and for the cow. The cow won't go very far. The chickens, however, they like to roam, so do remind me to lock that gate for the chickens. Look, all the gates for the chickens. So we're gonna go with that, and I think we'll put one of these in the middle. We can get into all of this, right? I'm gonna do it like that. I wonder what the difference technically is. I don't know if there is much of a difference, but we're just gonna stick with these ones, I think. We need to center things a bit better. So it's not gonna be a huge garden patch. I didn't want it to necessarily be like huge because she's gonna be like looking after it by herself essentially until the children are like old enough. Well, I guess the children can. I think they just need like a certain level in their skills. Yeah, this is like clipping in. There we go. Is that better? I still think it's not centered. Like there's nearly 2 tiles here. If we shuffle that over again, I think that works better. Yeah, just a little garden patch area I think works. I feel like this gate could work as well, or maybe this one could work with this. It's not like the tones aren't the same, but like it just gives me like farm vibes. Potentially that one works better. So you might even like continue this fence down here and then have it open to the farm area that way. Or like maybe there. Should we change this one then? I think it's clashing too much. So maybe you don't go through the garden patch, like you literally have to walk through the whole house. That sounds like such just nonsense, to be honest. I might even copy the small gate because it blends in so well. I don't mind, but just so like you can enter from the front of the building into the garden. But again, I'm just gonna have to remember to lock that. Well, the chickens can roam around here. Do they eat the crops? I don't think they really like damage the crops or anything, do they? So I can just look this and this for the chickens, but this one, they can roam around there if they wanted to. It's up to them. I kind of like that. I like the feel of that. Just have a little garden patch area. The cow can roam about. I might even move it slightly. Yep. And change the swatch. Oh, like that. Change the swatch of the shed. I like the blue. I like this wood with the blue. I like that tone. Or or like just a really dark brown. I feel like we've got very like a lot of brown going on, so I might stick with this blue. Is it that one? What blue was it? Was it this? I don't think it was that one. I think it was this one. So let's pop in some like blue tones. Is there one that kind of matches this? That blue is quite bright, isn't it? I'm sure they would match. Sims are getting better at matching stuff. See, yeah, look, see, it matches. We got a little blue moment going on there, which is really cute. Probably, maybe we should put a gate here and I could put some landscape in. Possibly some, like, because otherwise there's not going to be much of landscaping going on, because this is literally just going to be the farm. And then the landscaping I'd probably like put a tree and some landscaping here. Like in the back, there won't be much landscaping, maybe some trees along here. Maybe. But I was going to use this gate in the back garden as well, to kind of just like give them their own little moment. They don't really technically need that much privacy. Like they have a whole lot to themselves. Like there's not much around it, so you're not going to be like having to worry about neighbors being able to see in your garden. But I like the idea of them having their own little spot. So I'm going to move that. I think I'm going to put the picnic table over there because I want it to be closer to like where you come out. And if I move the jungle, the monkey bars, it's a bit of a tight spot, isn't it? To like put them there, man. Then take the grid off a bit. It's just kind of like shoved in the corner essentially. Put it there. Because I think if I do it on a diagonal, it's not really... No, it's not enough space. So we'll leave it there. I think that's fine there. The clothesline, we could put on a diagonal this way. And then the picnic table can go here. I want the picnic table like there. Yeah. It looks really odd right now because there's literally nothing around it. That's the thing, I want more landscaping. So I definitely want some landscaping around here. And maybe we'll move the gate here and put some landscaping around here. Like even if it's just a tree and some like bushes and flowers. But I'm gonna go into the debug menu, pull out some things that we could use the landscape in, and then we're gonna figure out together. First of all, wait a second, let me change the actual swatch of this. Should we go with the blue? Is that a grey? The blue doesn't match, which is annoying because I think if it matched, it would be great because it's very on brand. Let's go with the grey. Should we? That is... I guess that kind of blends a bit more. It's a bit red, but I feel like it blends it a bit more with like what the garden's looking like. We're not going to have a matching blue. We need a deeper one. No, that's too light, isn't it? We're going to go with blue anyway. We'll go with a little blue theme for the garden. And we got a blue door. Makes sense. It makes sense. Also, before I do go into debug, let me add a little foundation. I don't know what I'm going to add. You won't be able to see the stone if I add that one, which is annoying. And I don't really want it to be higher because then I'm going to have to add stairs and that adds the cost. And I'm just not trying to make it too pricey. I don't know if you necessarily have it on much of a platform on a foundation, but I wanted it to not feel too like sunken into the ground. So I did. Just put it up once. Just once was enough, I think. And I'm thinking to carry out the wood, or I might just use a stone. Let's see what the stone floorings are like for this little like stepping area. It's not really a porch, is it? It's really small space. Oh, I love the vampires one. Like this tone, hopefully it works. Is it really clashing with like the rest of the stone that's going on there? Do we need something deeper? Maybe this? It's a bit red, like it's a bit too red, I think. I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay. I think, should we try the dark one? This is like really black. I kind of like the reddish tone. It doesn't necessarily match, but I like it. Oh, yeah, just remember to do the roof. There we go. I didn't change the wall trims, the half wall trim for this because I actually like the tone. I think it works fine. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, to be honest. But yeah, let me go into debug and pull out some things for us to play with the landscape. I've cheated it to summer. I think when I go into like the gameplay episode, I'll cheat it into winter. I think I like the idea of it being winter. Well, I don't know. Does it snow in Henford and Bagley? I haven't seen the snow in Henford and Bagley yet, so I'm not sure. But this is what I've pulled out. I don't know if I'm actually going to use these blue ones, but I really like the idea of using the purples, the pinks. This is a bit of an odd placement because I haven't placed it properly yet. I need to redo the move objects cheat. I found this well in debug. There's one, but it actually costs 100 simoleons, but this one in debug costs nothing, so we are using that one. I know I said I wanted a water feature, but I wanted a pond, but we couldn't fit a pond, so I guess the well is the next best thing. I just don't know where to put it. Maybe like here or something. Maybe there, and we'll just like put a bunch of landscaping around it, so it's like an old well. Oh, I meant to pick up this little tree. I said tree house. It's like it's a bird house. It's a bird house, but it's in a blue swatch, and I thought that'd be cute because we have a little blue theme going on in our garden. It's very tall, but I'm thinking of putting it probably like here, so like the birds come and probably wake up the chickens or like pester the chickens a little bit. But we'll put it there for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it necessarily. And I made a little sheltered place, and I did size down the garden patch area. I hope you can still grow everything here, like, I mean, get around this area. It should be fine. It should be, but we'll see. I added in these flower boxes. I found them in debug, but trying to place them was just so tricky because I had it on a platform, and also just they were tricky to place. So I ended up just using the ones you can buy, but these are pricey. They're £400. I mean, 400 simoleons each, whereas these ones were debug, so they're free. I did this for free. I'm going to do this on the back. The only thing I've done on the back, if we swing around to the back, where's the roof gone? Is I just put the little flower boxes there, but I'm going to put the ivy on the back as well and do some landscaping there, whatever. Little bit of landscaping probably over here, maybe not. I felt like because we're just so like enclosed with trees and stuff, it's hard to like fit in trees without it like feeling weird and like being out of place. So possibly fit a tree over here somewhere, but I'm not sure yet. We move. I want to fit a tree in over here as well. So, I mean, should the well go at the front of the build, like here or something? That could be cute, but I think I'm going to put it there. I'm going to start the landscaping, and then I'm going to finish it off camera because it's going to take a long time. Oh, I found these little grass patches as well. As I was play testing the patches, I got her to plant those. A little rabbit came out right here, and I was like, oh my god, it was so cute. So we did say hello. But I just thought these little grass patches will help blend things in a bit, or just add a bit of texture, a bit of difference. It's all like around the area. I've put some over here. You can't really see it now, it blends in quite well, but yeah, just put some randomly placed all around. You know what, this might work better indoors, and it's debug, so we don't even have to pay for it. But like, did I say we're going to give her a little crafting space? This could work in here. If I move the window, the door. Well, I can't even move the door anymore. It's pretty much like there. I can squeeze this in with free placement. Yeah. Because it's got like wood logs, it's got a bag on it and like random bits of wood. So I think this might work indoors. Just a little cutter piece. We'll leave it in there. We'll leave it in there. I think it could work. Little fence here, debug number. I sized it down because it was a bit bigger. I just felt like that would reduce some of the cost, and also it just looks better if it was just open. I think I like the idea of that. I'm going to do all the landscaping around here, and I was thinking of like these lavenders pieces, and then I've got some big ones, small ones. I've also got these ones that kind of like creep up a bit as well. I'm going to blend it into the bush a bit, the little hedge. And these bad boys, like some of these in there, they could be cute. I really love this item. I can't remember if it's cats and dogs or cottage living. I can't remember, but like just to blend it all in, I think it would work well if I use that to blend it in. And like flowers like this on top, you know, it's hard to tell because it's so like crowded over here, because I literally just pulled out a bunch of stuff and then just essentially hope for the best. Oh, I need to put move objects on because it's playing up now. Landscaping is hard to like film because when I do landscaping I just go silent. Or like, yeah, it's something I normally do like with like music playing, because it's not, I wouldn't say it's tedious necessarily, it kind of is, but it's just a task that requires like a lot of concentration, I guess. So oftentimes I'm quiet, and obviously if I'm building in real time, you don't want me to be quiet, you want to actually talk to me, you know. So I do struggle with that when it comes to landscaping. So we're gonna just squeeze everything in, but like I want it to create a bit of shape. I don't want it to poke through the fence. It is a little bit, but I think that's fine. We could potentially put that there. I just want it to kind of look a bit overgrown. Maybe we'll use those, I don't know yet. We'll put the lavender there as well. Is that going through the fence? No, it isn't. Great, great. I did size them down, and I like this little buddy here. You take the grid off, we don't need that. But just so like we have little pops of, this is lavender. Oh, this is coming out again, I guess. Oh, I want it to like go around the well, but I think if I do it there, does it go? Yeah, it does go into the fence. So I'm just gonna move it out this way here, and then move the well. The well? Why did I say it like that? To just here. Like, can we fit it in here without it like creeping into the fence? Oh no. So I just want it to like fit quite tightly in. Without obviously, I want it to make sense. What is that on there? Why does it look like there was chicks on there? Is it birds? Am I seeing things? I might have to size this down because I kind of want it to like go around it, or maybe we'll use it as like a border, so we'll have it like here. I don't want it to group into the kitchen. So there. Like if we put those down first, we can then just fill out the gaps essentially with the lavender like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you catch me? Do you catch the vibe? I'll go with this one, like probably behind. Is it gonna fit? So I have got it pretty close now. So maybe we turn it around, do it here. And we can probably like trade it out here using those same bushes, these ones. Obviously with a bigger version. Or we could use smaller ones, it works if I just put some around here and just have some landscaping around here. Let's put out the other one. I think the other one's like tiny though. So that's not really what I'm looking for, but yeah, and some like bushes, some like pink flowers. I brought out these mushrooms because they're bloody adorable. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Maybe we'll put them near the house. Oh, there's a platform there, so it's going to keep bopping up. But like, this little trail of mushrooms I thought would be cute. I'm not sure where to put them. But I like the idea of having them, so I'm going to leave them at the front and look. We also got this little bucket. I thought, can we try and raise this up and like place it on the well? Why am I saying it like that? The well. Because I feel like I sound like I'm saying whale, even though I'm saying well. If I pop it there and then raise it up, will it float? It could potentially float, to be honest. I'm gonna pop it there for now, and then we'll. It's floating, isn't it? I can tell already it's floating. Should we put it up here? I'm pretty sure it's floating. Yeah. Maybe these flowers need to go in the back area somewhere like here. That's really cute. It's just like, oh, we did need that actually, because I wanted to like try and close this area up. I really wish we had an actual debug like menu, as opposed to like having to put in the cheats and things like that. I just wish it was kind of like the better build and buy mod, because it would just make things so much easier. Especially like for console players, it is a pain to like get the stuff out because you can't eyedrop anything. And I really wish you could. I get it that it's not like technically real items, so I get it to a point, but there's another part of me is just like, I don't want to know about the facts. Okay, like being a bit of a diva, like I don't want to know about the facts. I just want to know how to get it done. You know, how do you do that? Oh, my camera's going crazy. I'm the one controlling it, but I'm going to blame the camera for going crazy. That makes sense. That looks cute, I think. I definitely want more of these bushes, because I think we need some of those but different sizes, like some smaller ones. I can't remember if I made any smaller ones, but like just to add like color, I think it needs to be like a bit more random. I don't want it to look like all of them are just on the edge. I want it to kind of feel like, you know, what's the word? Pollination has happened naturally by the birds and the bees, and like plants have just been like scattered and be able to grow all over the place. I don't know if I'm going to use these blue ones. I don't know. I think the grass is way too like green. Oh no, it was just because I highlighted it. The blue is cute. I think that blue is cute. We could probably work with the blue. I just want it to look a bit really overgrown, kind of like fairy like in terms of like the colors and everything. I kind of like the blue over there, to be honest. I just want it to feel a bit overgrown. Oh, we got this little one as well, like the little mushrooms. put little mushrooms on there. I think that's kind of cute. That's really cute with the little mushrooms. And I kind of want it to like trail over here as well, in terms of the landscaping. So like have it come all the way up here, so then it makes sense for where the ivy is coming from, as opposed to just like being huddled up over there. And that's the plan for the landscaping. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll continue to do off camera. Landscaping is hard for me. I just sometimes throw things together, and like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think we need to fix these window boxes, because they're all at different heights right now because of move objects. I mean, because of the like raising up and raising down that I did. Okay, Matt, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. Is that too low? Oh, I can't tell if that's too low. No, I don't think it is. I think it's a good height. I think this one is low now, which is annoying, because I was kind of going for them to all be the same height. I think the foundation is messing things up, so we want it to like be up, but we don't want it to be on a foundation. We just want it to be above the ground. Okay, let's see if we can like place these a bit better now that we've got no like weird terrain situation going on. I just want that to match up to this one. There we go. Much better. We did it. Okay, let's do this one, because it's really looking crazy at the height that it's at right now. I just want you to sit on the window where you're meant to sit. There. You're going down, down. And that's fine. This is so tedious to do. I'm going to pop you there, and then let's get you to snap in place. There we go. There we go. Same with you guys. We're probably going to go with this one, but it's like a bit mossy. It's not really like grass. It's like a bit more of a moss than it is. But I really like the way that looks. Or there is like this one I think we could use. Or which one do you think looks better? I kind of like that one more. I feel like that's like a bit more of the vibe. And just look how cute the grass looks like as it's sitting on top of it, the little debug one. But I just want to map out some like terrain, and then we can like focus on the details after that. I just want to do like a little stone walkway. I say little, it's quite a chunky one, but we'll tidy up. We shall tidy it up, and like around here. Because I think we're gonna put, oh, I should have done it there like this, because this is where I'm gonna put some of the hedges and some landscaping. So I don't want it to, I want it to kind of like trail out from here. So I'm gonna like do that a bit more. And then you obviously want the greenery. I think I'm gonna leave the picnic table. I don't know if I should like put it on stone picnic table. Like we should put it under some stone. Let me know what you think, if you fancy. Because obviously not like this. This is a bit of a test run essentially. But do we want it to look, you know, like under some stone, or do we want it to be on grass? You guys let me figure that one out, because I don't know. But in terms of like the door, we're definitely gonna trade off a bit here. Yeah. See about that. I need to put some under the door a bit, so it like makes sense. Let's get a smaller brush to just fill out that slightly. Yeah, something like that for the front. I like that at the door. Like I said, I'm going to finish the landscaping off camera, and then we can focus on the interior, the downstairs floor. So the kitchen, that kind of dining space, the dining area, the little crafting area, the living room, the little nook here, and then the bathroom. Bathrooms I'm going to do off camera, so I feel like that would just make sense. Is there a wall that's not meant to be there? No, it's just because is that the lighting? I'm confused. But yeah, bathrooms I'm going to do off camera because they're never that fun to like watch bathrooms. So I'll just show you when it's done. So I think the next time you see it, I'll be able to explain all the landscaping, the bathrooms, things like that. But I'm going to leave it here for now. So I hope you enjoyed this part. Like I said, in the next part, we're going to get into the interiors. We're going to get sorted with downstairs. Hopefully, we can get it all done in one part. But we'll see how we get on. And then we'll move up to the upstairs on the fourth and final part. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing Mary's home come together. Do let me know if you have any suggestions of things that we can change, things that we could do differently. I'd really love you guys' input, and it would really help a lot. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next part or in another video on this channel. I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye.